rocks and roses.
Bad boys, what you want?
A whole new world.
Don't you dare.
What did you do to your fucking foot?
I have that fucking planner's wart,
Ah.
and like I didn't think that's where it was, and I felt something on my foot, and I just like plucked it out.
And that's what it was.
I can actually show you the fucking thing. That was the weirdest thing in my life because I literally plucked it from the root.
Casually nonchalant, just opening wounds,
No, I fucking created a wound.
created that wound.
It's like, have you ever like plucked a hair out?
Yes.
Like it was like that, only much deeper and
A foot hair, if you will. A hair, if you grew hair on the bottom of your foot.
in a planner's wart, and it was like the size of my fucking pinky nail, like lengthwise.
Do you think this is going to be somebody's kink? Us talking about this?
Probably,
Somebody's going to get off.
probably me.
You're just going to go back and record or and re-listen.
Yeah,
and
just for that.
Just fucking tug one off, play a little bit of 5-on-1.
Playing little pocket pool.
Well, at least somebody can get some joy out of this episode. What is up, you motherfuckers? Welcome back to another episode of the Fetch and Shock podcast. I am your host, a copy of Circle of Protection Red, Tyler, and joining me, as always, is another copy of Circle Protection Red, Matt. Matt, what's up, man?
Bless up. That was a good one. I'll give you
I
that.
appreciate-
For those of you who don't know, Brian Weissman, the creator of the deck way back when, turns out to be a scummy cheater.
Yeah, he turns to be a fuck up. Well, that's a lovely segue into the first thing that we want to talk about today, which is Grand Prix Vegas. That happened last week, or last weekend. Or I guess last week, too. It started on like a fucking Wednesday or something.
Everything goes bigger in Vegas.
You're right. And unfortunately, we were not able to attend this year. Maybe next year, if we budget correctly and don't lose teeth or change jobs and move to another state or something like that.
If I change jobs and move to another state, you know I'm fucking making cheddar, so I'd be fine with that.
So you can fly me out.
Yeah, I'll fly you
Okay,
out.
cool. Yeah. This time next year, you have to get another job, be making like twice as much money, fly me out. We'll spend the week in Vegas, and everything will be great.
Sounds good.
And you know what we won't do?
Put 3 copies of Circle Protection Red in our decks.
Yeah, we won't put 2 copies in our sideboard when our registered deck only has 1.
Well, technically, it's not illegal.
Yeah, what an asshole. Like, what the worst take in the entire world when somebody's just like, wait, was his original deck list correct? Because it looks like he has 2 copies of Cop Red on the battlefield. And he immediately responded with, like, he had time to think of an excuse. And his excuse was, well, it's not really illegal to do that. So here's what I did. This is my published deck list, and this is the one I really use. Like, what an asshole. Fuck that
Yeah,
guy.
that's like angle shooting to a fucking extreme.
Yeah, what a prick. And he's been a huge, like, Magic, at least in the old school community, he's been fucking huge for a while.
He basically created card advantage.
Yeah, he was the
Like
first.
he created the theory
the control
of-
deck.
Which those of you who follow old school will know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But the deck is a control deck that uses Disrupting Scepter to make your opponent discard their hand, and then the fucking something, I forget what the other one is actually called, but it's a 4-mana artifact where you can pay mana and draw a card.
Isn't it the staff? Spellword staff? No.
No, Staff or Disrupting Scepter's the discard.
Yeah.
Jade Mage Tome, there it is.
Oh, yeah, Jam Tome. Yep, there we go.
So that, and it's just a control deck, and you just grind your opponent into dust and then kill them at your leisure.
Yeah, shocker that the guy playing, like, the slowest, dirtiest deck in the entire world, who just loves to watch people, like, suffer, turns out he's an asshole. Who'd have thought?
Who would have thunk?
Really fucking shocking news there.
Yeah.
But he did redeem himself slightly by giving back the trophy, and then they ran another event.
I'm not sure he would have had a really choice in that matter.
Yeah, you might be right. I mean, you could have just fucking bounced and be like, okay, see you bitches, and fucking been out.
I
At the end,
think
it's
someone
not-
was like, yeah, you're either doing this or you're never welcome in any old school.
Like he quoted, I mean, like people are going to fucking want them to come to the old school event. I mean, and also, was it a real old school event because it wasn't hosted at a bar?
Yeah, true.
Like, that doesn't actually count.
We're allowed to drink. I saw pictures with people with beers and
Really?
yeah, it's Vegas, dude. You can do whatever the fuck you want in Vegas.
Yeah, it's a fucking lawless town. You're right. Like, prostitution's legal. It's just you can drink at Magic events. Like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Why
those
were we
are
not
the same
there?
thing.
Yeah, so that was the first fucking scumbag move. I didn't see anybody with pictures of beer. I wish I would have seen that. I would have walked to Vegas if that was the case.
You might get there tomorrow. In that case,
I would have started like a month early.
oh, there you go. Just hitchhike your way there.
Yeah, fuck it, I'd get there eventually. Just be like, hey, you guys going to Vegas? And they're like, we're in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
No, we're not fucking going to Vegas. I don't even want to know how far that drive is. God, it's fucking miserable.
I'd assume to like Kansas City area or Iowa is like 17-hour drive.
Well,
Like,
Texas, it's like
nonstop.
20.
So I'd guess probably 30-ish in that ballpark.
Yeah, motherfuck that. Well, welcome to the Fetch and Chalk Travel Podcast.
The Travel Channel
Where
podcast.
the Fetch and Chalk Driving Everywhere podcast. Because obviously you're flying at that point. Fuck that.
Yeah, that would be miserable to drive that.
But besides the old school tournament that was fucking garbage, they had a bunch of other really fucking cool events go down. Like throughout the week they had cube drafts,
A lot of them.
but actual cube drafts. It was like fucking like $200 to get in on them.
I'm pretty sure they also had like that headhunter thing,
Oh yeah, they always have stuff like that in GPs if there's like a celebrity there.
quote unquote celebrity.
Where it's like you play up against somebody and then if you beat
Yeah.
them you get like tickets or something.
Extra points or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, which is cool. I like that idea a lot because then you get to play against somebody that you've admired or just some random person. That's my goal now.
Or someone you
To
just
get-
wanted to shit stomp.
Yeah, we're gonna get you and me. We're gonna be headhunters at some fucking event, and people are gonna have to come up and play us in two-headed giant modern.
No, for sure we're gonna do pack war.
Oh, actually, you're right. We would definitely do fucking pack wars.
Yeah, that's the move. That's a GP California PA.
Oh, GP California PA, we will be the fucking headhunters again. Yeah, we're totally doing that. That is something that I don't give a fuck. We'll just, we'll just schedule it during next year's GP Vegas.
Yeah, everyone who
Hey.
doesn't go to Vegas can come to.
Well, nobody will go to Vegas because
Yeah.
everybody will want to come here.
Probably right.
Yeah, almost guaranteed. We're single-handedly gonna run Channel Fireball out of business just because of that one weekend.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, but those cube drafts were sweet. They had like a couple drafts with Manguchi, which I would have fucking given a nut for.
Oh, I'm sure.
They had ones with LSV. I think they even had ones with like Pleasant Kenobi, like more like plebeian style drafts,
Yeah.
which is fucking sweet. From what I saw a bunch of pictures of the command zone area.
It was popping.
Oh my god, that thing was fucking nuts, man. Turns out people like Commander.
Yeah, about to say people fucking love a weird format where they can use all these old shitty cards that see no other play besides those.
Hell yeah, I can respect the fuck out of that. I think that thing like sold out and then they had to open up more passes for it or something like that. But yeah, all the pictures I saw, that place was like more packed than the actual GP. People were
Yeah.
stoked on that. Which is good
Yeah, I
for
wouldn't-
Commander, because there's never an option like that anywhere else.
Well, if I'd go to Vegas, like GP Vegas, I wouldn't be joining the fucking GP.
No, I think it's a ruse saying that there's a Grand Prix at GP Vegas.
Yeah,
Like if you join a GP at Grand Prix Vegas, you're
you're doing it wrong. Yeah, you're doing
Yeah.
it wrong.
You're blowing it. That's the one like Magic Fest, GP, whatever it is, that is strictly built to not play Magic.
Yeah, no, I agree completely there.
Like, sure, get together with like a group of people and like fire off a cube draft or do like a draft with homies or play Booze Cube or something. But yeah, you're there to interact with fucking cool people, and like Magic is secondary.
I still think the Booze Cube should be top 8 of every Pro Tour.
Every GP.
Every
Just-
GP, goddamn.
Late Sunday on every
Oh.
fucking weekend. It's just fucking 8 people just getting shit wasted in a convention center.
Yeah, and it's a multiplayer game too. It's not 1v1v1.
Oh, you could.
That would be miserable. You just literally,
You drink
I would-
yourself into a coma.
yeah, I would just draft the booze touch. Is that the one
Yes.
where they just
You're
drink
just trying to force a concession on your opponent.
by just drinking them into oblivion?
Yeah, fuck. Yeah.
Skullfucker by far is the best card in that format.
You know what? Fuck it. That's just the Boost Cube's gonna be our shout out at the end of the episode. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, fucking nerds. You
Because
can leave now.
because that's the best part. You've got there and with only what we're like 10 minutes in.
If that. But yeah, GP Vegas seemed pretty fucking sweet as always.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And they
They
had
always
like
go
that,
pretty big.
they had that Modern Madness thing, which I thought was super fucking cool. Where it was like they did the Twitter polls of like the top like 32
As-
or
Yeah,
64
as the
decks.
bracket.
Yeah, and you could vote on the top 8 decks, and then once it got down to top 8, they actually played out the top 8 at Vegas.
which is super dope.
Yeah, and some of the top 8 decks were like Jun. I know Merfolk was in it. Is it Phoenix was in it? Hardened Scales was definitely in it. Storm was in it. Fuck. I don't know if I remember. Oh, fucking Elves and Death and Taxes were in it because they played that first round. Like, who the fuck makes a bracket and then puts Elves against D&T in round 1?
Yeah,
Because that's
No
just
one.
an auto lose for D&T. I felt slighted.
they know what's up.
How dare they? Like, that's just such bullshit. But yeah, they played that out. I bounced like sporadically in and out of that because it was again a weekend and I had other shit to do. But I think like going on Twitter afterwards, I'm pretty sure Cedric Phillips was the guy piloting Storm, and I think he took it down. Which Cedric Phillips, not known as a Storm guy.
No, he's a mono white, smack you in the mouth.
Yeah, he does like the aggressive decks, and I dig Cedric Phillips, so I'm glad that he got to win that. I don't know if he like won anything. I think I saw him a picture with a foil uncut sheet of Innistrad.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that's a hell of a prize.
It would have been cool to do it even without prizes. Just be like, your prize is you get to do this.
Yeah, it's just pride.
Yeah.
You hold the title now.
Yeah, bragging rights.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And I guess, I mean, they did actually have a Grand Prix at Grand Prix Vegas.
I want to stop real quick. Our Italian buddy, I am buying the stuff to send out, so just bear with me.
Yeah, it's been a process.
Yeah.
Yeah, the winner of our giveaway.
Yeah, I've been super fucking busy, so just hang tight.
Yeah, life has happened. Giannata Addosso. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong every single time. That's because I might be dyslexic.
Italian Stallion number 2. Just hang tight.
Number 2, I love it. We're just gonna call you Dose from now on.
No, you didn't do it right. It's adults.
Yeah, you talk with your hands.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. But yeah, I guess there was actually a G at Grand Prix Vegas. Well, there was multiple. There was a limited one. There was like a Modern Horizons limited one, and there was a modern one for sure.
So, limited one, we can't really talk about. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it was Modern Horizons, which is fucking sick.
Yeah, that's cool, but it's like,
Because
okay,
that format's
well,
amazing. But yeah, you can't really fucking parse anything from that data.
yeah, it's just super fun.
But the fucking
Speaking
modern
of
one,
fucking Modern Horizons,
Jesus Christ. Speaking of Modern Horizons, indeed.
turns
God
out that
damn.
Hogak all along, like I've said, fucking constantly, is the fucking problem.
Turns out was a problematic card. So in this top
Well-
8, there were 5 Hogak decks.
Was the problem.
Yeah, we'll get to that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were 5 Hogak decks in this top 8. And then 2 Eldrazi Tron and then 1 Urza combo. Like, holy shit. When's the last time you saw a top 8 that had 5 of one deck?
Eldrazi winner.
Yeah, either that or was
Birthing Pod.
one of the, I think maybe the recent one, at least outside of Modern, like how that mono red deck in Standard like ran train on everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, outside of Modern, that's the only one I can think of.
Well, that was literally, I can think of a lot, but through various points in time.
Yeah, like the Stoneblade.
Shops was like that for a long time.
I mean, if you really want to fucking go back that far, be like Necro.
Yeah, like the middle school era.
Yeah, but if we're just speaking strictly Modern, we haven't seen a
Pod.
top 8 like this in a while.
Probably Pod, Splinter Twin, Eldrazi winner.
I don't think Splinter Twin ever put up numbers like this.
I don't know.
I don't think it ever did.
That's just what would come to my mind because it
Yeah.
was.
I remember Eldrazi being just an absolute fucking monster, and this is on that level, if not worse, of an absolute disaster in Modern.
I think that the Hogak deck was actually better than the Eldrazi deck.
That's something I would like to see maybe like somebody like Star City do.
Play
Like
the fucking
Battle
tight.
of the Band list,
Yeah.
where they do just the straight up old Eldrazi deck, full no band cards.
Especially the combo version of Hogak. Yes, way
Yeah,
better.
Yeah, with Bridge Hogak.
Yeah, that's just an instant win. But it's putting more than 8 power consistently on like turn 2. That's fucking bananas, man.
Yeah, that's real good. It's real good.
Now, granted, so could that deck. I think that deck has a longer or a better long game. The
I mean, that
Eldrazi
deck
that
also
is.
had Chalice on one. So if they're on the play and they can Chalice on one, that pretty much shuts the Hogak deck off entirely.
Yeah,
I would
That's
love
fair
to see
point.
that game.
let's do it. Let's build them. I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, Hogak's going to be worth nothing. Bridge has probably dropped a bit.
I have all of that stuff.
I think I have most of the Eldrazi deck still.
I have all the Eldrazi deck.
Oh, well then let's fire it off.
That's what I mean. We could easily do that. I could do it. I could play against myself because they're super interactive. Oh,
yeah,
wait, no,
yeah,
they're
this
not.
deck's definitely wanted to give a fuck about what your opponent was doing. And that's the overarching theme with these degenerate decks in Modern.
Yeah,
They
just
look
play
at your opponent and
solitaire.
say, oh, you don't matter in this game at all. Like, I don't give a fuck what you...
Yeah, especially game 1.
Oh, yeah, certainly game 1. Like, maybe out of the board it gets a bit more interactive, but even then it's just like, oh, no, I'm just going to try to go faster than you. Now that I know what you're playing, I just need to be able to go faster than what you're doing.
Yeah, I can take these pieces out, add this in to make me go a bit quicker, or this part doesn't pertain to you.
Yeah, just to adapt to what you're doing to make me kill you faster.
Yeah.
What a scumbag decks. Fucking Christ.
I
Modern
like it.
sucked Modern has sucked for a long time now, honestly.
Yeah, it hasn't been super fun. I haven't played Modern in a while because of that fact.
Yeah, I can't tell you the last time I sat down and played like a game of Modern. It was probably before, like right before Modern Horizons came out, because Modern Horizons didn't really bring anything to the table that I was really excited to play.
Especially
for-
initially.
Yeah, especially maybe, I would say the only exception to that being Giver of Ruins. Like, I was really excited about that card out of the gate, but by the time I would be able to get it into a deck, Hogak had already planted its foot in the sand.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm not ever touching this format. This format is garbage.
No, I would agree with you. Not very fun.
No, not in the slightest. But now Modern's a different beast.
There's two different formats that are a different fucking beast.
Yes, there are. So this past week,
Let's start with Standard, because Raging Ferocidon.
he's free for a month.
Yeah, they freed his ass.
I love how he gets to come back, go fucking hog wild for a month, and then he's like, okay, guys, thanks for that. Bye.
Yeah, the freedom before death.
Yeah, he gets to come back party for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then back to fucking the pits of hell for him.
Yeah, never seeing play again. So that happened. Nothing banned in Standard.
Good for Standard. He was actually the first card to ever be unbanned from Standard. So that's kind of cool.
I guess so, huh?
Yep.
Neat.
Yeah, so
Better.
Mr. Ferocidon, Dino Boy, you accomplished something that no other card has ever accomplished.
So let's start with Modern, and let's start by saying I was super fucking wrong. Super wrong.
I don't think anybody was like right on the fucking nuts with this one.
Well, the unbanning.
Oh, with Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah, I definitely was super fucking wrong there. I'll be the first person to admit that. I did not think that bitch was getting unbanned.
Well, and I'm gonna go so far as to say I was fucking right.
Touche.
I was so right, and you were wrong, and I'm a fucking genius, and you're an idiot.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
Yeah. So as far as Modern is concerned, Hogak gone,
Which we knew was happening. I'm surprised they hit
Faithless Looting
too.
gone.
Big, yeah.
Yeah, that's a fucking game changer. And in addition to that, Stoneforge Mystic is now free.
That hurts graveyard decks a lot.
I don't think it actually does.
Having,
Faithless Looting cut?
yeah, it hurts Dredge.
Nope. I don't
It
think
hurts
Dredge does.
Hogak. It hurts Phoenix.
Well, Hogak doesn't exist. Phoenix
yeah.
a Phoenix is effectively unplayable, but I don't think Phoenix was a graveyard deck. Phoenix was a Faithless Looting deck.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, Tron isn't an artifact deck, but if you ban Ancient Stirrings, like, Tron's dead.
Yeah, because that's how it finds its fucking everything.
Yeah, so, because it's like, that's just the linchpin of the deck. Is Ancient Stirrings just does everything for Tron. Like, just helps.
Also gonna see Ancient Stirring decks fucking skyrocket now.
Yeah.
Because it
I
is
think
by
so,
far
too.
the best cantrip in Modern now.
Yeah. So, I guess, first of all, we're never going to have to fucking look at a Hogak deck ever again. Or a Bridgevine deck, for that matter.
I think they'll eventually bring Bridge back, because I don't think that was the broken part of it.
I think
Like I've been
agree.
saying since day fucking one.
My only argument against Bridge was the same argument I've had time and time and time again.
The funky fucking card, yeah.
Bridge is just a stupid fucking card. The design is abysmal, so why bring back a card that is just an abysmal design?
But it's a lot even more fair now that Faithless Looting is gone.
Yeah, I agree with that. It could come back, and I don't think it would have an impact, but I don't think it's going to come back just because it's a stupid card.
It would come back in the same Bridgevine decks that have been around before Hogak.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they can smack and kill you on turn 3, but most of the time they're going to fizzle
Yeah, sometimes
or
they have
get
it, sometimes they don't.
disrupted. Yeah.
I don't think Bridge is as impacted as people might think it is.
What? You mean Dredge?
Or Dredge, yeah, not Bridge, Dredge. Yes, correct, Dredge. I don't think Dredge is going to miss Faithless Looting as much as most people are just be like, oh, Dredge is dead. Everybody never worry about Dredge again. Yeah, remember they banned Golgari Grave Troll, and everybody's like, oh, Dredge doesn't exist anymore. It's fucking gone. It doesn't matter. And then Dredge was still a thing.
Answer me this: are current Dredge decks playing Stitcher Supplier?
No.
So they might swing to that. It's not a
What I have
cantrip, but it
seen-
fills up their yard.
And I have actually been playing a lot of Modern this week. And I've lost to every Dredge deck that I played, except for maybe like one. But I've seen them start playing either Thought Scour, which is great.
Yeah, they're already kind of playing blue anyway.
Yeah, I've seen them bump up to 4 Insolent Neonates.
Oh fuck, they could definitely play the Force of Will or the Force Negations now.
They could, especially if they're doing the Thought Scours.
That's spicy.
Yeah, they definitely could do that. I don't know where Dredge is going to land as far as like a quote-unquote optimal build, but Dredge has options. Like you said, Stitcher Supplier, Insolent Neonate, Thought Scour, they have the ability to play those cards.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really affect the deck all that much.
No, they have 4 Gemstone Mines, don't they?
Gemstone Mines, yep. And like if they want to, they can play
City of Brass, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Better
and a
City of Brass,
Confluence.
that one.
Yep, they could play anything. They could play any of those 5-color lands, and they would still be totally fine.
Yeah.
Because realistically, what's the only blue card in that deck is
Prized
those
Amalgam.
cards. Like you're not
Prized Amalgam.
casting any of those other blue.
Yeah, Prized Amalgam and
Narcomoeba.
Narcomoeba, yeah.
Yeah, so a Dredge is still a deck, and you still need to pack your graveyard hate accordingly. Just not in the you don't have
7
to
or
dedicate
8, yeah.
6 slots to it. Yeah, you can dedicate like 3 or 4 slots to it.
Like it normally should be.
Yeah, depending on how bad your matchup is. And which brings me to another point that you just said, the ancient starting decks. Like the affinity style decks, whether it just be like a true affinity deck or the Hardened Scales deck or Tron or something like that, like colorless focus decks. Those are going to start running rampant, but with all of those freed up graveyard hate slots in your board, you need to fill those with artifact hate slots.
I'm going to make a bold prediction. I think like a Bant Eldrazi style deck is going to come back.
You think like just a heavy hitting mid-range deck?
Yeah, because what's going to occur? We're going to have Jund. We're going to have probably humans. We're going to have Tron.
Okay, I think Jund is probably the best deck. I think followed by Urza combo.
Yeah, and that's the one. Those heavy mid-range decks always have problems with combo, especially if you're not playing Thoughtseize and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you're screwed if you don't have any way to interact with them, especially on the early turns.
But there's not really any combo decks. If Jund's going to be a major player, combo decks aren't going to be running rampant.
Well, you know who's seeing a bunch of play right now? Storm. Just blue-red Storm.
Well, yeah, that happens after a lot of bannings just because no one's like, oh, well, I'm going to put Storm Hate.
Well, it's the fastest deck in the format right now.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. Like the aggressive, hyper-aggressive linear decks shine. This is when they shine.
Yeah, until the format gets figured out, and then the control decks who can put in slots to interact with whatever the fast decks are doing can
Yeah, it
come
goes
in and kind of
through
level
like
it
a
out.
wax and wane of
Of a new format.
yeah. So that's Modern. Modern got shook the fuck up, thankfully.
Modern's nuts, man. I think Modern's actually a good format again.
I'm excited to see. I forget who it was. I think it was BBD who said that the Goblin Engineer is just going to be better than Stoneforge Mystic in the Urza deck.
Oh, I agree with that.
So I'm curious to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I mean, because here's the thing. Stoneforge can only fetch half of that package.
Yeah,
So
I could see like a Bant mid-range deck coming about.
like, even if they play Stoneforge Mystic in that deck, it's only going to get, like, the sword, and then it just dies. The Goblin can get both, and also all the other valuable artifacts in that deck.
Yeah, one of the big things I've noticed is that 2-mana artifact, when it comes into play or leaves, you draw a card. Like, they just grind
like any
value.
of those cards.
Yeah, they just grind fucking value.
That was what, when I've been playing it online, that's what buries me. It's not Urza. It's not any of the other things. It's them just fucking burying me in card advantage.
Yeah. Plus, Arkham's Astrolabe is 1 mana, and it does that.
That card's fucking nuts. And
Yeah.
I saw somebody fucking comment or something on Twitter saying that the existence of Arkham's Astroblade has officially killed Blue Moon. And that is so right. Because Blood Moon is just worse for you than it is your fucking Urza opponent. And
Well,
it's
yeah.
a 5-color deck.
Dude, yeah, all they want is snow basics.
Yeah, it's insane. That is the deck I've been having the most trouble beating in Modern right now.
Is that deck?
Is that Urza deck. Like, I don't have an issue beating Storm at all. I guess, by the way, I've been playing fucking blue-white spirits, Azorius spirits.
Yeah, who would have thunk? I think the Bant version with hierarchs and some stuff like that might just be better.
You talking about spirits?
Yeah,
I don't know.
kind of helps ramp out. It's a mana dork that can hold a sword.
Here's the thing with that, though, and here's what I've come to determine in the past 3 days that I've been playing it. At this point, with the current iteration of the deck that I am playing in Modern, it has actual 0 copies of Stoneforge Stick in it. Yeah, Stoneforge, and kind of what I feared from the start, and why I thought it was okay to ban, is that the card's just not good enough in decks in Modern. Because you can't just lean on a creature going to get an equipment, putting that equipment on something, attacking. Or going to get a fucking 4/4 Vigilance Lifelinker in Batterskull and expecting that to win you any games. It works in Legacy because the decks that you're doing that in don't have creatures. So they can't just block that.
Yeah.
Or they can't just block your creature with an equipment on it. In Modern, it's just totally different. Everybody has something to interact with that. And the format is
Plus
so
Coolagon's
slow.
command.
And you can't deny mana like you can with Death and Taxes. So like your opponent's just going to be able to, oh cool, you just put that out on turn 3. I have ways to either interact with you or kill you by that time. So you're dead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Stoneforge Mystic is 2 mana. You know what else is 2 mana? Everything fucking else in Spirit. And that deck is so specific in what it's trying to do as far as like synergy goes.
Yeah, it relies on the...
You can't just throw a random fucking core out on turn 2 and it not do anything else with the rest of your deck. Like I was keeping hands and playing my game and like trying to see how Stoneforge Mystic was, so I'd keep a hand with Stoneforge Mystic. And then even when it came to a turn where I could cast Stoneforge Mystic on turn 2, I was just casting a Spirit anyway because it was just a better play.
I wonder if it's going to be more of like a sideboard plan.
I mean, it could.
Just like the Stoneforge package, you have 3 or 4 Stoneforge and a Batterskull.
That seems like a lot to dedicate for a sideboard when you have to cover room for graveyard decks, artifact decks, and combo decks.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I was just curious. I wonder. Time will tell.
I want Stoneforge to be so good. I think it might have a home in maybe like a Maverick style, like blue green or green white, maybe splashing black, maybe just straight green white deck. That's like Knight of the Reliquary, Tarmogoyf, stuff like that.
Value idiots like good creatures, pretty much.
Yeah, green white good creatures. That's where I think the only home for it is.
Or if they print or if someone finds something like True Name Nemesis, where if you get something like that on there,
oh, it's game over.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there is a creature that exists in Modern that if you put an equipment on, the game's like over.
Like a what the fuck is that deck called? The Boggle deck, something like that.
Oh, like Bogles, the
Yeah.
Slippy Bees. Sure, that could be. I guess a deck like that could exist. Do you think Boggles just like tries to play Stoneforge Mystic?
No. I don't think that. I was saying
I mean,
a deck
I
like
want
that
to
where
see it.
it
I
has
definitely wanna
like
see it.
a threat that they can't interact with,
'Cause
and
here's the
then
thing.
you just
You don't know if Stoneforge doesn't work until you try it.
Yeah, we'll look at Jace and Bloodbraid.
Yeah.
That's the perfect fucking example.
Yeah, precisely.
What did Jace really do? Jack Dick.
Yeah,
Didn't do
Jace, and I
shit.
think Stoneforge Mystic is going to be following that same path. Unfortunately.
Someone's gonna make Modern's Cawblade and just
Cacao! Just fucking soar over everybody's head with a fucking little 1/1 flyer for 2. Just carrying a fucking sword and it's
Were there changes in Legacy?
no changes in Legacy, which I'm not surprised by.
There were some changes in Vintage, some very good ones.
All right, let's talk about Vintage for 2 seconds before we talk about Modern more.
So
For all the 6 people out there who enjoy Vintage.
yeah, you fucking homeboys and homegirls out there, come at your boy. So Misstep got restricted, which I called. That's perfectly fine. That opens up a whole lot of things like Dark Ritual decks and some other decks that probably got made because of the unban or unrestrictions and crop rotation. That was never really a thing in Vintage because of Mental Misstep. It just literally people mainly played Mental Missteps to counter other Mental Missteps. So
yeah, Misstep just warped that format in a way that I think was just generally unhealthy.
that got restricted. Golgari Grave Troll got restricted. Thank fucking Christ, because Dredge was a fucking
Dredge had too many
Ow.
toys. Too many toys.
way too many. What else got restricted? I know some shit got.
Mystic Forge.
Mystic Forge, thank God, just put shops back a little bit.
Yeah, it just didn't. It took away their combo piece, which shops should
Probably-
never have.
Yeah, my favorite one that got fucking banned is Karn. Karn got, or not banned, restricted. Sorry.
Yes.
So that is fucking glorious because that was miserable.
It really freed up the format from a lot of boogeymen.
Yes. And here's a very interesting one that I'm very glad that they finally did.
Fast Bond?
Yeah, they unrestricted Fast Bond.
Oh my god. Don't tell me about Fast Bond. That's like one of my favorite cards in Cube. I love me some Fast Bond.
I think it really opens up like the lands deck, and a combination of that and Misstep being restricted opens up like Dark Depths, Crop Rotation style decks.
Yeah. Just something that you can use your lands as value, whether it come in the form of like a traditional lands deck in Legacy, or like even a Turbo Depths deck could probably exist.
That's what I mean, especially with Gush. Gush is not in.
Okay, yeah. Cool, that makes sense. Yeah, because I think that deck would be too much if Gush was in legal
Yes.
in a playset.
Yeah. So I'm happy with all those. I really am not bitching about anything. They hit 2 cards from Dredge, 2 cards from Shops.
And then opened up a possible new archetype.
Or a couple new archetypes.
I mean, you know what I would be playing right now if I was playing Vintage?
Dark Ritual.
I would be playing a Storm deck. I would be playing Dark Ritual.
Yeah, Dark Ritual is really good right now. Like Dark Ritual, Bolus's Citadel.
Yeah.
Welcome home, boys.
I could see that. That deck seems... I would be playing some kind of goofy Storm deck.
Yeah, and you can now play tops without worrying about missteps.
Yeah, how does PO, or Paradoxical Outcome, look now, in your opinion?
Well, it hasn't really changed.
I mean, as far as like its favorite in the format, like it's still going to have its woes with Shops, right?
I still don't think it's the best deck anymore because
Shops or PO.
PO.
Yeah, I don't think it is either.
Because you have Narset, Dredge has technically 8 counter spells if they
All
really
the
want
forces and stuff. Yep.
the forces and the trap, the Mindbreak trap. I still think it's a good choice, but I don't think it's the best.
Yeah, there's so many options to beat a combo deck. At least like PO.
I'm very interested. All those restrictions opened up Oath. I'm playing Oath. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you are. I love that.
My sideboard is way open now. Well, not way open.
You kind of get to do your thing as an Oath player, and I mean, you kind of get to do your thing as any kind of player in Vintage now.
Yeah,
which is refreshing. But let's go back to a format people care about.
There's actually more changes in Vintage than anywhere else combined.
Which needed it, honestly.
Oh yeah, I agree, but it's just so they finally care and are listening.
Yeah, but so back to Modern. Where do you think Modern's going?
I think there's going to be like 4 or 5 best decks, and they're going to kind of jockey for position.
Sure. What do you think those decks are?
Jund, Tron, probably Humans, some artifact deck, and a combo deck, either Urza or Storm.
And I am pretty much on the same page with you, except for I only think it's going to be 3 decks that are real anymore. Or at least like quote unquote best decks.
Yeah, I guess if there's a lot of Jund, Humans isn't going to be very
Humans
prevalent.
is dead. Plague Engineer is a fucking house against that deck. Also, speaking of Jund, has anybody ever read the card Colligan's Command?
Yeah, turns out to be good.
That card's insane. Like, fuck that card.
The card's been good for a long time, bro.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, I know. Because every format that I play, any of my decks that I like, Colligan's Command's there, and it hoses me.
This is a nice 2-for-1.
Every time it's a fucking 2-for-1.
Or the
like,
classy
blow
return
my
your
fucking Aether Vial, kill my
Snapcaster.
creature. Fucking
That's my favorite. Kill something, return your Snapcaster that back.
Yeah,
That's always
it's just a
glorious.
value drain. I hate that. I mean, but like I said, I think it's going to be Jund, like you said, Tron, and probably Urza. I think Urza is incredibly powerful.
It's in a real good spot.
That card is also just so busted open, but we didn't get to see it with the existence of Hogak. Now we're going to see the power of all of the Modern Horizons cards in full force. We're going to see exactly how powerful Ren and 6 is, which that card is nuts. Like, that card is probably, in my opinion, the best card in Jund. And I don't think it's particularly close.
See, in Modern, I don't think so.
I think so, 100%. It does so many things for Jund that it really could not do before.
I guess if you ultimate Ren and 6 and Jund, having...
How does somebody win that game?
Yeah, a deck that's just grinding you into fucking dust.
And meanwhile, while it's ticking up, Jund is adapted, and it's now playing all these fucking, cycling lands.
Yeah.
So it just gets to have Jund has a draw engine.
I still think we should bring back Deathrite Shaman
Nope. 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 No. 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 No.
or Pod. I still think Pod would be fine in this meta.
I don't know about Pod. I think if Pod comes back, Splinter Twin can come back.
I'd be fine with that. Play
Sure.
2016, 2015 Modern.
Bring it back. Let's go back to the golden age. I'm into that. I'll go back
Yeah.
to playing Mono Blue Tron. I'll be having the time of my life. But yeah,
So-
I've been playing Blue White Spirits. I actually fucking streamed for the first time this past week.
You did it. I did not tune in. I was working.
Yeah, that was the night that you had to work like hella fucking late. But yeah, I fired up the official Fetch and Shock Twitch, and I streamed a celebratory Stoneforge Mystic stream where I played Blue White Spirits with Stoneforge in the very first iteration. And the main board was fine. The sideboard was a total fucking just absolute pile of garbage. But that's to be expected because I didn't know what the fuck. I just put a bunch of generic answers to random things. And ended up going fucking 4-1 on stream. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
Yeah, and so thank you to all the, I think I looked at the statistics after, and there was like 14 different people that joined in for some amount of time. So if you're one of those 14 people, shout out to you. You're the best person on the planet. Well, you're in the best group of people on the planet. And I had a lot of fucking fun streaming. So that's something I'm definitely going to have to do again. And Matt, you're going to have to fucking join in.
Yeah, I'll join you next time.
Oh, it was so much fucking. And I definitely want to stream more of the Spirits deck. I think Spirits is in a decent spot right now.
You shut your fucking mouth. You always think Spirits is in a decent spot.
Well,
It's
it
like-
is.
Just like I always think Birthing Pod deserves to be unbanned, and Deathrite Shaman is not a bad guy.
Well, well, that's fair. No, but we got some weapons now. Like that Unsettled Mariner from Modern
Yeah.
Horizons.
That's technically a fucking Sprit.
That card is actually nuts. I was really low on it when it first came out. I was like, like whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'll try some of it. And I started that first deck that I built with that I streamed with 4 Stoneforge Mystics. I had 2 of them in it, and every game I was like, oh fuck, I wish I had this Unsettled Mariner, or I had the Unsettled Mariner. I'm like, oh god, I'm glad I have this.
I just thought of a really, like a Bant mid-range deck. Fuck the Spirit aspect. But you play those guys, you play Thalia, you play some Geist of Saint Traft. That'd be
Sure.
spicy. I think that would be okay. You could play some counter spells and some tempo-y things,
I think the better shell for that is probably like Jeskai.
just because you just throw it down whenever the fuck you want.
Yeah, you just get to fucking put stuff out and then just chip in and then just burn your opponent out or burn the creatures that are going to block your stuff. Like just being able to play bolts and lightning helixes seems like big game.
Seems good, yeah.
Yeah, I think the Jeskai deck, and I think round 1 during the stream we played against Jeskai, and it was a person trying to do that like Stoneforge Mystic, Geist of Saint Draft kind of deal.
That's where I thought it was going to shine.
Yeah, I think that's probably it. Like I said, it's going to either land. It's going to land in a Maverick deck, or there could be a Jeskai, just beat down deck tempo style that plays Stoneforge to get it on fucking Geist and just go to town.
Yeah, just got good stuff.
Yeah, it's Jeskai tempo. Just kick your opponent in the teeth. But I'll be over here playing Spirits because it's the best deck in the format. Nobody can tell me any different.
I think I still have my Jeskai deck sleeved up, actually.
Maybe we'll test some of that when I get to see your ass in 2 weeks for Syracuse.
Yeah, which we are going to.
Yes, we are. How about that for a transition?
That was smooth.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Smooth like jazz.
Yeah, baby, listen. I'm the butter of transitions. Just so smooth and creamy. It's nice. But yeah,
Real nice.
it's SCG Syracuse. It is a legacy open.
What deck are you playing?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna maybe play Elves or maybe Belcher.
If you went from fucking Death and Taxes to Belcher,
That'd
be-
be the fucking top 10 anime betrayals of all time.
that would be great.
No, there's no way I would ever do that. No, I would be playing Death and Tax. Yep.
Do you know what I'm going to be playing? Most likely?
Well, at this point, is it decided?
No, we still got like 18 hours or something.
Oh, perfect.
But-
So
It's pretty much decided.
yeah, it's basically decided. So you are playing a deck that our lovely viewer base voted on.
Yes.
So what was
So-
it? Was it early this week or this
It was
weekend?
early. Yeah, like late weekend or early week.
Yeah, I put out a tweet that said Matt needs help finding a deck for Legacy, and we put up 4 options. The options were Modern Affinity, Grixis Control, a Birthing Pod Brew, and Blue-Black Death's Shadow. And as of now, with 18 hours left, Birthing Pod is absolutely decimating everybody
well,
else.
It was Modern Affinity, Legacy Grixis Control, some shitty birthing pod brew I came up with, which I haven't actually finished yet, but I pretty much have a good idea of what I want to do, or Blue Black Death Shadow.
Yeah, and as of now, Birthing Pod has 45% of the vote.
That makes sense. If people ever listen to the podcast, they know how much I love it.
That's fair.
So,
yeah, so
fucking
there must be some listeners voting who are just like, oh, yep, let's give Matt what he wants. So I'm excited for you.
Should
And
I
also,
spoil?
I'm excited to see this pile.
So currently I'm thinking a Kikijiki style deck
Like the old modern Kiki Pod list.
with some uplist, you fucking idiot, Matt. Some upgrades. That's what I'm looking for right now.
I kind of like that idea. I kind of don't want to see the list until like you have it built, because I don't want to have any opinions on it until like I see your garbage pile.
Okay, I'll do that.
But I know it's gonna be something that I love. And when you finish it, we'll post the list, and then I guess we'll see how it goes in 2 weeks. What is it? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
3 weeks, I think, because it's September
13th through the 15th. Yep. God, I can't wait for that. And anybody out there who
Fucking hit
plans
me
on
up
going
with-
to SCG.
Also, hey, shut your
Syracuse.
mouth, you motherfucker.
Oh, whoa.
If anyone has, I might do something like, here's 4 cards, pick one, and that card will go in my deck.
Oh, I love that. We can definitely do that on the Twitter. Once this one expires and you build out a list, we could put up another vote that's like that. I think that's a killer idea.
Because there definitely is going to be flexible.
Oh, for sure. Just have the Fetch and Chalk community build your sideboard.
That would be terrible.
I'd be so mad.
Or fucking glorious. One of the two, I don't know.
I think it would be somewhere in between, maybe. It'd be gloriously bad. It'd be an absolute train wreck, but you can't look away.
Yes.
One of those deals.
That is correct.
Fuck yes. So I cannot wait to see
I'm
this.
going to give you a sneak peek. So if I do play Kikijiki, I am playing 0 red sources,
Yes?
but I think I'm going to play 1 show and tell.
No way. Oh, you have my attention. Oh, I need to see this list. You need to complete this like this week. So I can see it, so I can just revel in the glory.
I don't know about the show and tell part, but that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, ooh, this could be real spicy.
Oh, the show and tell idea is brilliant.
Just fire off a turn 1 show and tell.
I might consider not even playing in the event and just watching you.
Show and tell and then a turn witness to get back show and tell.
Don't tempt me. I will 1000% do that.
No, you won't. You're not going to pass up a legacy GP.
You're right. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna get a pass a chance to play Death and Taxes in paper, regardless of how bad it is in Legacy right now.
Yeah, it's really fucking terrible right now.
There's just so much fucking removal going around, and like the 4-color decks are just so hard to beat.
I'm playing a 4-color deck, at least.
Yeah, but you're gonna be not playing Ren and 6, so maybe I have a chance.
Fair enough. Or will I be playing Ren and 6?
Oh my god, no! How are you gonna play no red sources and play Ren and 6?
I have my ways.
You can't pod into that motherfucker. Okay, Mr. 4-color Arkham's Astrolabe pod.
Do you want to hear how I would do it?
Yes, I do.
The Rector. I was thinking about the Rector.
Oh, there you go. You get to do Arena Rector. If
Arena
you Arena Rector and somehow kill it, and you, instead of going to get a Nicol Bolas or an Ugin or a Karn, you go get a fucking Ren and 6 that is 2 mana less than Arena Rector, I will lose my fucking... That'll be my favorite thing on the planet.
I don't know what I'm doing yet. I want to play Kikijiki, but I also want to do shenanigans like that.
Just a garbage pile, essentially. Just somehow a collection of 75 cards.
It's going to be spicy, for sure.
This is going to be my favorite Legacy deck. You're going to end up, like, winning or top 8ing.
I doubt it. I'm probably going to be really hungover.
You're right. Yeah, we're going to be... Yeah, that seems about right. We're going to drink a bunch, and then we're going to go play poorly, and we're both going to 0-3 drop, and then be like, well, fuck it. What are the bars in Syracuse?
I don't think I'm going to 0-3 drop, for sure, but I'll play...
We'll at least play 4 rounds.
If I get to play this, you realize I'm going to play as much as I can, right?
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Unless I'm like 0-6, and then I'm saying, yeah, fuck that noise.
Okay, if you hit 0-6, we're hitting the bar.
Yeah, that's fair.
And speaking of hitting the bars, like I said, anybody out there who plans on going to SCG New York, yeah, we want to meet everybody. We want to party. I want to hand draw you tokens right there before your very eyes.
I think someone might try to take your title of Master of Butterflies or Champion of Butterflies.
Oh my god! If they want to walk out of there with their fucking feet intact, they won't do that.
I hope there's an artist who just fucking annihilates you.
No, we can't. No, if it's like an actual magic artist, like Kev Walker comes up to me, he's like, "I heard you can draw a mean butterfly." I'm like, "Yeah, Kev Walker, what's it to you, bud?"
He'll do it with his eyes closed and with his toes.
Yeah, he does it with his mouth. He actually draws such a good butterfly that it flies off of the token. I'd be so bummed.
It would be well deserved though.
Yeah, I would. Okay, if there was anybody out there who I'd be happy relinquishing my fucking title of champion of butterflies to, it would probably be like Kev Walker.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will allow it. So before we move into the last, everybody's favorite portion of the episode, I think there is something that we should probably talk about.
What?
That is the fucking Weasel Man himself,
Who's the Weasel Man?
Mr. fucking Owen Turtenwald.
Oh, fucking people.
Okay, so usually with the MTG drama on Twitter, I usually play along, and I usually I'll throw my 2 cents in, or I'll at least follow along with some kind of interest. This one really, really eluded me. Because it happened either during the weekend where I didn't get to see the beginning of it, and now I just saw all the backlash, or because it has been going on for the past fucking 100 years. But Owen Turtenwald now plays Hearthstone professionally, is getting a check from that, and he tweeted about his success, and then fucking Huey, one of the all-time most beloved pros ever, retweeted it because they had been homies for a while.
There. Yeah.
And because they were on the Peach Garden Oath together. It was him, Reed Duke, and fucking Rat Boy. And everybody collectively lost their fucking mind.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, Magic Twitter exploded. And sure, fucking Owen Turtenwald, fucking Weasel Boy, he's a cunt.
Undoubtedly. But here's the thing. People are wasting their fucking time caring. Who the fuck cares? Yeah, he's shitty. Fucking get over it. People suck.
Yeah, he's just really fucking trash human being, but he's a trash human being that isn't in Magic anymore. It's just so exhausting to me to fucking just repetitively go I'm going on Twitter as a break from my fucking work day where I'm sitting there fucking wanting to blow my brains out. And I go on Twitter, I'm like, I want Magic memes and I want to interact with people that I care about. And every fucking thing that I give a shit about on Twitter is now replaced with people being pissed about Owen, or people being pissed about people being pissed about Owen, or all this shit. And I'm just like, come on, something else, please.
Yeah, people just need to honestly get the fuck over it, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, Owen's a scumbag, and everybody admits that Owen's a scumbag, and everybody knows. And Huey is a nice guy from every time from the 2 times that I've interacted with him. Also, he's fucking massive. He's the biggest human being I've ever seen in my entire life.
Owen?
No, Huey.
Oh, yeah, he's 9 feet tall.
Yeah, he's 3,000 feet tall.
Magic cards in his hand.
I smoked a cigarette with him at GP Pittsburgh 2015 or something.
Magic cards in his hand. Look, have you ever seen those tiny mini playing cards?
That's exactly
That's what they look like, because he's a fucking massive
looks like he's
dude.
holding stamps.
Yeah.
He's just a massive human being. But also, he's great. He's always been great for Magic. He's always been such a cool guy. And he retweeted something from his friend, and his friend is his obvious scumbag. But I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I don't know his conversations with Owen.
Yeah, he could be like, hey, you're being a fuck up. Stop it.
If he was a prick, I'm pretty sure we would know about it at this point.
Yeah, I don't think he's a prick.
And if it ever comes to light that he is a prick, then it'll be addressed.
Yeah, the people will fucking riot.
Yeah, people will know, and it'll get sorted out. But one retweet, and you just condemn this guy who has done so much for Magic. It just, I don't know, it kind of feels bad.
I agree 100%.
And that's not giving any credit to fucking Owen, because fuck that.
Giving credit to Huey.
It's giving credit to Huey. And if he wants to help Owen kind of fucking reform and get his shit together and not be such a commie person, then yeah, he deserves that. Everybody at least deserves the chance to not be a piece of shit. Even if you were a piece of shit prior, you should have the option to not be a piece of shit. Just don't do it in a public light. You reform yourself, do your apologies, which he should have apologized for it immediately. He did do a little half-assed one on Twitter, being actually outing himself as, oh yeah, I was a scumbag to win, which is the first time it was ever public knowledge, right?
I believe so, yeah.
It was all speculation up to that point. So we got the confirmation that yes, what everybody knew already is actually, yeah, it's out there now. But okay, now everybody knows, fucking reform yourself, and you're still not coming back to Magic, but at least be a or don't be a scumbag. Make yourself less of a scumbag or 0% of a scumbag, and then go out into the world and be a reasonable human being.
Like, he's doing stuff away from Magic, and people are fucking pissy about it. Like, fucking Christ. Like, I annoyed the shit out of me.
I'm just exhausted. Like, sure, when it first happened, I expected some backlash, and I totally get it.
Yeah, I get it, I guess.
But just the incessant nature of it, where it's just like one after another, after another, after another. It's for like 3 days straight. It's just exhausting.
Nope, I agree 100% with you on that.
And I have sympathy for anybody that Owen has affected negatively or is treated like shit. Like any human being,
too.
like
yeah.
man, woman, fucking animal, it doesn't matter. Like, I have sympathy for whatever like blight that they're facing because of his actions. But first of all, don't bring that shit back up for those people's sake. Like, I'm sure they don't want to fucking relive that whole entire fucking thing.
No,
like,
I
they
agree
just want
with
to
you.
continue just reliving that fucking experience over and over again because for this dickhead's brought back into fucking the light. No, I doubt that.
All right, people, listen. When people are being fucking dildos, punch them in the throat. There you go.
I try not to advocate violence, but if somebody's an asshole to me or my friends in person,
Punch them in the throat.
yeah, I'm a flick them in the eye or something.
Yeah. Pull one of their mustache hairs out.
Oh, that's a good idea. Or pull a tooth out. Make them look like me.
So check your phone.
Okay. This is a nice little interactive part of the podcast. Oh, is this a list?
It's a very rough list.
First of all, my favorite thing in the entire world is that you called Walking Ballista Bonker Walker.
No, bonkers walkers are like Ugin.
Oh, you're talking about
Nicola.
the dummies. Big dummy.
Yeah.
Oh, because there's Academy Erector in this list.
The first part is one package. The second part is another package. And then the third part is probably set.
Oh, I love this list. There's like Palace Jailer, Renegade Rallier. Are you serious?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Recruiter of the Guard, Karmic Guide. Oh my god, this list is amazing. Oh, I'm gonna have to like put this up somewhere. Finalize this so I can put it up on the internet tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll finalize it at some point.
Oh, I love it so much. Yeah, so that's a positive note. Matt sent me his list that he just fucking dicked around and literally built in the time that it took us to talk about how big of a scumbag Owen Turnwald is.
Well, I had most of it in my head, and now I
You just
got
had to put pen to paper.
Uh-huh.
But I love where it's going so far. I love it.
I'm contemplating. This is some super spice. Either one reanimate or one pull
Yes.
from eternity.
Oh my god, those are both ridiculous cards.
And I think I'm going from pull from eternity because there's a lot of shit to get stuff back from graveyards, but not from exile.
Not from exile, indeed. Oh my god, I am so happy with this list. I love it. I'm immediately in. So when this list comes together, you all out there will be able to see it in its glory, and you'll be able to see it in paper in its glory in SCG New York.
It's a spicy one.
It is a spicy meatball. I can guarantee that. Fucking all right, dude. Well, I guess do we move into the game now?
Yeah, it's me asking you, right?
I want to say that is correct.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it is.
Sure. If
Like-
not, then
I've gone a couple times in a row because driving and shit like that.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Fucking. I guess we fire it off. Oh, I guess we should explain the game.
Explain. Oh, first one's a fucking softball.
Oh yes, I love it. Well, before you ask me, so every episode we play a game, and it is called Accumulated Knowledge. And the idea of it is that Matt is going to ask me a card name, and I have to give him the mana cost of the card. And if I get it, I get a point. If I don't get it, I do not get a point. I have to get 3 out of 5 to win. Anything less sends me to the blind eternity.
And you can ask for 3 clues.
Yes, I get 3 hints.
You have to use one of them on this one.
What?
All right, so the copy that came up, the flavor text is, in fire, there's a spark of chaos and destruction, the seed of life. In ice, there's perfect tranquility, perfect order, and the silence of death.
Oh my god. That's some heavy metal flavor text right there.
Yeah, that's from 10th edition. This is in a couple different sets. This one is Icy Manipulator.
Icy Manipulator! That sounds like an artifact. It sounds like it would be 4 mana.
It sounds like it would be 4 mana.
Yeah, it sounds like it would tap a creature too, for 1.
Tap artifact, creature, or land.
Yeah. Oh, I got Icy Manipulator. Okay, cool. I'm into that. That's actually a really good flavor text. Classic Dominaria card. Dominaria Limited All-Star Icy Manip.
Oh, that's a land. Okay. This is Ley Druid. Ley space Druid.
Ley Druid. Does that mean it's Hawaiian?
Yes.
It's got one of those flower necklaces. This
He
one is
does have-
significantly harder than Icy Manipulator.
Yeah. Well, the other one was Underground Sea, so
I would be able to get that one. Fuck. Lay Druid. Well, Druid sounds like it would be green.
does it though?
Yeah, it does. And there's no like big druids out there. I guess like Hermit Druid is like
I
5
guess
mana.
that'd be the biggest one, yeah.
I feel like that is probably the biggest druid in Magic. I'm
If
gonna
you
say
don't count-
well, I don't even want to hit on that. I want one in a green. That's my final answer.
All right.
What
Close. You're right. It is green. It is 2 in a green.
Of course. God damn.
I would have guessed 1 in a green too if it makes you feel any better. I didn't know this card. This one's from 9th edition. It untaps target land. It's a 1/1.
Oh my god. Even with the text, I would have said one in a green.
Yeah.
Like that hint wouldn't have helped at all.
You ready for your next one?
Yeah, I guess I gotta have to be.
This is Jade Monolith.
Jade Monolith. This sounds like an old card, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it the one that turns into like a 2/2 or something like that?
Would
Oh,
you
I'm not
like
gonna
a
get
hint?
anything. Oh god damn it. Oh, I should know this. I think this is an old school card.
Yeah, you should get this one. I know this one.
Yeah, I fucking can't remember the mana cost of it though. It's something ridiculous. Isn't it? I want to say it's 4, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4 mana.
I was gonna say, I was pretty sure it's 4. It doesn't it turn into like a 2/2 creature?
No, not even close.
What's it do?
So you can pay 1 colorless. The next time a source would deal damage to target creature this turn, that source deals that damage to you instead.
Yes, that's exactly. Yeah, that's what it is.
So it saves your team.
It could save my Savannah line.
It could save your Savannah line.
Yeah. All right. I'm okay. All I need is one more. I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, and you didn't use any of your hints.
No, I'm loving it right now.
All right, so this one is Relic Crush.
Relic Crush. Well, this sounds like a destroy target artifact something. Oh boy. I don't know if I should use a hint here or save my both hints for my last one if I get this one wrong. This is where the strategy comes into play. Relic Crush. Oh, it's got to be like a shatter effect. I'm going to say a red.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Wrong.
Damn it.
Way wrong. It is 4 and a green.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's from a commander set.
Oh, god damn it.
And it is an instant destroy target artifact or enchantment and up to 1 other target artifact or enchantment.
Sure it is. Well, then it shouldn't be named Relic Crush because Relic is just a singular thing, but it can destroy 2 things.
That it can, sir. You fucked up.
That's a shit. I would say that whoever named that card fucked up.
They probably ran out of. Well, they went fucking big with Shatter
I guess so.
and then Shatter Storm.
Well, I got 2 hints going into the last one. Let's see
You
it.
got 3 hints.
Oh, I got 3 hints going into the last one. I should just use a hint on that one.
The fuck is this card?
Oh no.
This is Spawn of Thraxes.
Spawn of Thraxes. Thraxes is a black guy.
Thraxes. Thraxes.
Oh wait. All right. Well, give me the text. That's a hint.
Flying. When it enters the battlefield, it deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of mountains you control.
Remember mountains? Jesus. What's its? So it's a creature. So what's its power and toughness?
5/5.
It's a 5/5. Are you serious? Oh God.
You got one more hint, but I really can't give you another hint.
What's the mana cost of it?
It's a certain number.
Oh God. Can you
I
give me
guess
the
I could-
color? Can you give me the color?
I'll do you one better. Sparks from Porphos's forge fill the belly of every blank.
Oh jeez.
It's red.
Yeah, it has to be red because Perforos.
Yeah.
You did answer my question of what color is it just by reading the flavor text.
I know. I did it with the style point.
It's a 5/5. Oh, so is it from? It's got to be from Theros then.
I probably gave you 2 hints there. Goddamn.
Yeah, I
Take
just
one of
don't
your
remember
hints
this
back.
card at all. Deals damage equal to the number of mountains you control. To target creature, is that what you said?
Target creature or player.
Creature or player. Oh, geez. It's a 5/5.
Mm-hmm. Is
I'm gonna say it's 6 mana, 4 red.
that your final answer?
Yes.
So fucking close.
Am I really?
It's 5 red.
Damn it.
And the last word of the flavor text is dragon.
Oh man. Damn it. Fuck, I started out so strong and I threw it away, especially on a card from Theros. Damn it.
It's actually a pretty baller art.
Is it a rare?
Yeah.
I was
It's really shitty rare.
I knew that didn't sound like something that I remembered, at least from that limited format, because I played an assload of that. Fuck, man. I blew it.
You fucked up. You did
God.
start off. I gave you a softball too. I'm gonna give
Yeah.
you a bonus one for fucking up.
Okay.
You still lose.
That's fine.
Markov Blade Master.
Markov Blade Master? Why do I know that one?
This
Fuck,
is
what is
from-
that from?
Innistrad or Dark Ascension. Mortals practice swordplay for a few decades at best. How can they ever attain the exquisite mastery of the eternity has to offer? That eternity has to offer.
It's a vampire. It's black. It has a power and toughness. It's a 3 and a black.
1 red.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Markov, I would have guessed black too.
Yeah, what the fuck? Wow, all of these ones are just built to make me fail.
Double strike, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on it.
Oh, God. Well, that's the typical vampire thing. Damn it. Wow, I suck.
You're not good.
No, I'm trash.
That's some dope art.
Dude, well, oh my God, that is great art.
Yeah.
Another fucking rare.
Well, dude, it was good watching you lose. I enjoyed it.
Shut the fuck up. Well, I guess you get the shout out, dude. God damn it. But we alluded to the shout out earlier, so it feels a little bit sweeter of a loss to me.
So, you fucking, it's a loss to me, you twat.
Yeah, so it's
Gave
better
my
for
shout
me.
out away. So our shout out is the Booze Cube. Dude's a fucking genius. He's a lawyer who, in his spare time, made a cube format revolving around drinking.
Yeah, lawyer by day, incredible game designer by night.
/ alcoholic, apparently.
Yeah, he's the alcoholic Batman.
Yeah. If you've never played Booze Cube, so much fucking fun. I've actually
might be our favorite format.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a sweet brag here. I've actually never lost a game of Booze Cube.
I want to say the only time I've lost games of Booze Cube is when I'm playing against like with you and Kevin and anybody else that we're playing with.
I make ridiculous decks where I leverage my drinking ability.
Yeah, I mean,
if you ever see like my last deck, I literally just milled people out because I had Lebowski and the Time Twister.
Yeah, so all the cards are just spoofs of either normal Magic cards or other like pop culture references. So they're all just fucking like Skullfucker is Batter Skull, but a drinking card.
Yes.
And there's like the big Lebowski card. There's Planeswalkers that are built off of liquors. Like this thing is amazing.
Yes, 100% true.
And so on Twitter, he is at the Booze Cube, and then on his Twitter, in his bio, you can actually click on a link, and it will take you to the Booze Cube itself, where you can actually download it and print it out. So you out there can actually play the Booze Cube.
Yeah, and just put 360 lands in and slot those suckers in there. The best card, the funniest card in my opinion, is the Sparkling Vampire, which is a reference to Edward Cullen or Calling or
the
fucking Twilight.
people.
And the only text is, all vampires lose credibility.
Yep. And I was like, the first time I drafted the Booze Cube and I saw that card, I was like, okay, that's what this is all about.
It's just fun drinking with buddies.
Yeah, it's like it's the concept that we were talking about of hanging out with friends and just bullshitting is primary and Magic is secondary. Because how long do these Booze Cube games typically last? Like, have we ever had one that's less than like 3 hours?
No, they've all been 4+.
Yeah. And the first time we played it, the first time I brought it, I showed it to you, Kev, and Cud. And we spent like 5 hours playing Booze Cube. And throughout this, like, Cud forgot that he was allergic to brown liquor and like started getting hives and shit.
Yeah, Kev was making him drinks, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he had like red dots all over him.
He was covered in hives. Yeah, so Booze Cube has almost killed at least one person.
More than that, due to the alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, so if you're going to play Booze Cube, please drink responsibly. but it comes highly recommended, at least from us too.
Yes, super fun. If anyone's ever around us, we will play Booze Cube with you for sure.
Oh, maybe I should bring it to Syracuse.
Fuck yeah, you should. We'll need about 4 cases of beer and a bottle of liquor.
Yeah, so I'll bring the Booze Cube, and then all you guys out there, you supply the alcohol, and we will we will oblige.
Yeah, we'll Booze Cube that bitch up.
Fuck yeah, I'm so in.
Well, dude,
that's another one in the books?
That's a fucking wrap.
Yeah. So I would like to thank you guys for tuning in. If you are interested in keeping up with the podcast, you can find us on Twitter at @fetch_shock. You can find me on Twitter at @basiclandbin. You can find Matt at @itsbop. And also, you can find our YouTube channel. Just search Fetch and Shock MTG on the YouTube. Find us there. And I guess our new Twitch that we're going to try to do at least weekly at twitch.com or Twitch TV/Fetch and Shock.
Word up.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, like I said, another one in the books.
It's a wrap, son.
We might have
a good one.
We might have a good one next week. So make sure you turn in for that.
Tune in.
Yeah, tune in.
You fucking dum-dum.
Listen, it's the alcohol.
Yeah, that'll happen.
All right, dude. Well, I guess I'll see you next week.
All right, dude. Sounds good.
Peace out.
Later.
Nerds!